Oh, there you are, YouTube.
Yeah.
28,
Nine.
9. Why did I say
29,
23?
Sydney.
Right there. What's that say? Dr. Sleep. Here, can you show me?
You're stuck?
Okay. It says Dr.
Hey,
Sleep.
no, Mommy's got you.
Yeah, no,
Oh, back
put
down here.
it in that one. Right there. Good job.
Right.
Flip that over. Dr. Sleep. Back at it again at Spiked Apple Cider Town. We got the apple cider. We got the mugs. We got Scully. We got Mulder. We have brandy. We put brandy in our apple cider instead of whiskey. We used to put whiskey in, but we found that this makes a better drink. You've heard me say it before. I'm saying it again. Add brandy to your apple cider, your winter drinks, your hot chocolate. It's so much better than whiskey. Got one in the microwave right now, warming up. Then we're gonna put the brandy in, and then we're gonna start Dr. Sleep, that spiritual sequel thing to both The Shining film and Shining book, as far as I know. That's what I believe it to be. But very excited to watch this one. Been looking forward to it for quite some time. So this just came out of the microwave. The cider is at Mulder's hairline. And now we're gonna add the brandy. Let's see if I can do this, looking through the camera lens. All right. Right about there. And stir. I'm using a fork. Feel free to use a spoon. You could use a knife. You could really use anything, your finger, although it's piping hot. I put it in the microwave for 2 minutes and 20 seconds. And now I have myself a nice brandy spiked cider. Off to the film. So Flanagan, the director of Dr. Sleep, is no Stanley Kubrick. I mean, who is, right? But, I mean, the things that he was trying to mimic in Kubrick was nice. Like, I think he did a pretty good job with that sort of stuff. But I wish it felt that way throughout the entire film, because it makes it feel like we're watching Kubrick stuff and not Kubrick stuff. It doesn't feel cohesive. It doesn't feel smooth to me. Also, the villain, I think, needed a better wardrobe. They just sort of looked like they popped out of a CW superhero show or something. I don't know. Just, I wasn't into that look. I don't know. Written better. I don't know. I think it was the costume, honestly. It was her outfit. The magician's hat. What is that? You know, what's her name from, you know, Justice League Dark, I think. Or, I don't know, Superman. She can, like, the only person who can, like, fight Superman, Zatanna, is that it? I don't know. Just kind of had that look, and it just didn't fit with everything else. I just kind of felt bad for Ewan McGregor, because I thought he was knocking it out of the park, and everybody else around him was just, like, not up to his level, I guess. I don't know, like the scene in the maze with the villain and the young kid, Abra, like, when they're like sort of fighting each other, that all felt like Twilight to me. It just felt, I don't like using this sort of criticism, but it felt uneven. It felt uneven in its directorial style there. I think I have something to back it up when I say uneven. In its directorial style, it was just kind of like, this up and down, like, this feels like a real movie, a good movie. This feels like it doesn't fit. Who directed this scene? You know, so I think that's kind of my problem with it. But I don't know. I'm not like upset I watched it or anything. It's just bold to try and make a sequel to Stanley Kubrick's film, because, I mean, to many people, that's the greatest film ever made. So that's a bold move. You know, it's kind of like when Gus Van Sant remade Psycho. It's like, oh, wow. I mean, that's pretty bold. I think that remake's pretty good. But it's just like, you can't win. You know, the original is so good, you can't win. So, I guess you have to give him A for effort, because that's a bold move. I congratulate you for shooting for the stars, because that is bold. There's really nothing more you can say other than that. Oh, also there was so much exposition. Not just exposition and explaining what's going on, but just things that didn't need to be told. Like somebody wakes up in a back seat of a car and they're like, "Oh, you woke up, huh?" And it's like, I can see that. You don't need to tell me that she woke up in the back seat. A lot of things like that. There was like, even Ewan McGregor had some scenes like that where he's like alone in his room and he's like, my mind, it's like a radio. I have to remember that. It's like, we were watching the movie 20 minutes ago. We know this stuff. I don't know. Way too much exposition, and which isn't bad. I mean, all movies have exposition, but this was like stuff that didn't need to be said, that we could clearly see with our eyes, or we got this information, 15 minutes earlier in the film. So, one thing that is amazing though, all of the lookalikes they cast from to look like the actors from Kubrick's film is amazing. Like, they were spot on. Also, the real Danny Torrance, that actor, he's in it. Also, he's in like the baseball scene. So look for the baseball scene, and you'll see the real Danny. All grown up. But the actors they cast were so good. Shelley Duvall, that was great. Little Elliot from E.T. is playing Jack Torrance, which was cool. I didn't even recognize him. My wife noticed it, and she's like, "Wait a second. You know who that is?" And I was like, "No." She's like, "Look at it." And I was like, I don't know who that is." And she's like, "It's Elliot." And I was like, "Oh, wow." I can still barely see it, but you're right, it is him. And then little Danny too. That was good casting too. Scatman, Dick, they perfect casting for him too. I mean, that was incredible. I think they did so well with recasting to look like the actors from Kubrick's film. But I think, so obviously this is the first time we've seen it, so we only have one picture for it, and it's just me. The kids didn't nap today, so while that means there was more time to take a picture with them, they are less willing to participate in a photograph when they don't nap. So yeah, it's just a picture of me. But what I'm going to do is, even though it's the first time we've seen it, I'm going to show past images from The Shining, because The Shining is not in our calendar this year. So I'm going to show old Shining pictures as well as this picture. So I think what I'm going to do, as usual, I'm going to start with this year's and then work my way backwards. So the first picture you're going to see is from Dr. Sleep, and then the others are for The Shining, if that makes sense. But otherwise, perhaps I'll see you tomorrow for more Peer Hangout, but do stick around for those pictures that are going to start right now.